The 70-year-old dream. Where did AI come from? Can a machine think? That's one of the oldest questions in computer science. And the answer depends on another question. What does thinking even mean? Back in 1950, a brilliant mathematician named Alan Turing asked exactly that. Instead of trying to answer it directly, which is very hard, he came up with a clever trick. He said, imagine a person is typing questions to two strangers behind a screen. One stranger is human, the other is a computer. If the person asking questions can't tell which is which, then maybe the computer is intelligent enough to call it thinking. This became known as the Turing Test, and people are still arguing about it today. But here's the problem one philosopher noticed. Imagine a magic box. You type in any question and it prints out a perfect answer. Sounds smart, right? But what if the box is just looking up answers in a giant list? The way you look up a word in a dictionary. The box has no idea what any of it means. It's just matching question to answer. The philosopher called this a blockhead, something that acts intelligent but has no intelligence at all, like a very convincing puppet that has no strings and no puppet master, just clever mechanics. So, does it matter how something thinks or just that it thinks? Scientists have been arguing about this for over 70 years, and it all started with a summer project that got a little out of hand. In 1955, a computer scientist named John McCarthy came up with the term artificial intelligence while writing a funding proposal. He and a small group of brilliant scientists planned to spend one summer solving it. They wanted to teach machines to use language, form ideas, and solve problems. Simple, right? That summer turned into 7 decades, and we're still working on it. Interestingly, not everyone liked the name artificial intelligence. Some thought the word artificial sounded fake and unserious. One scientist preferred automata studies. Another called their work complex information processing. There were even suggestions like neural cybernetics and epistemology, right? But McCarthy wanted a name that sounded exciting, that would grab people's attention and funding. AI won. From the very beginning, AI scientists split into two camps. One believed you could teach a machine to think by writing down all the rules of logic, step by step, like giving it a giant recipe book for reasoning. The other group believed machines should learn for themselves, the way a brain does, by looking at millions of examples and finding patterns. This second approach, called neural networks, seemed less promising at first, but it's exactly what powers all of today's AI boom. Science fiction played a huge role too. The word robot came from a 1920 play about machines that forced labor. Movies like The Terminator made people fear AI. Others, like Her, made people imagine falling in love with it. Many of the scientists building AI today grew up watching these films and dreaming of making those stories real. One researcher building a little robot companion for elderly people said something very wise. Why are we so focused on making AI seem human? Because it's hard for us to imagine something else. And maybe that's the real lesson of AI's history. We've been dreaming of thinking machines for centuries. We keep imagining them human-like, emotional, powerful, and that dream shapes what we build, what we fear, and what we argue about. The question, can a machine think? turns out to be a mirror. The answer we give says as much as us as it does about the machine.